Hey guys, we're back for another episode. Let me switch back to default. I just like using different texture packs whenever I am not recording. Anyways, so as you can see, we need a new storage room. We have that enchantment table and an inventory full of stuff. And check out all the supplies we have. Once I managed to get fortune and efficiency, man, we went through this stuff like crazy. I got a bunch of quartz for leveling and gold and such. I've been doing a lot of work down there in the mines. It's kind of a disaster down there, but that's actually something we're going to be working on today. Not the mines, but something I found in the mines. So we've got some more snow here. I had a snow machine and some smelters. So I believe last episode we left off with that. I kind of scrapped the inventory, the the episode in between this because I was really tired and my commentary was really lacking and there's nothing about it. So as you saw, we made this, and then I said I was going to do the redstone with you guys, but there's just no way I could do it because I had a clip where I was making this, but my obviously didn't work out. So daylight sensor up there, okay, so depending on the strength it'll emit, so this is the borderline between day and night. When it's over here it's night, when it's over here it's day. So whenever it's day, these eyes will light up, which are my eyes, and then this will be inverted and this will be depowered. We're currently at 60 days, and then once it turns night, this would be inverted again and be in the state that it is now, and then it'll activate the dispenser and we'll get something in the chest here. So it's pretty simple. I'm sorry I couldn't wait for you guys to do it, but yeah, we'll be doing a lot more with this eventually. My death count is up to 2. I fell off a cliff over there. I'll show you guys soon. I don't know if I made that portal on camera, but actually, I think I did. I think I did that in episode 2. I'm not so sure though. So yeah, I haven't been doing much with the farm over there. Just been harvesting it. I haven't found any melons, so I haven't plugged that in. Although there is something by spawn I could use. I do want to show you guys spawn because I have done a lot of mining, and that's the reason we have all this dirt and stuff. So I'm becoming fairly organized, except for these 2 chests here. These 2 chests are just miscellaneous. But this is my prize chest. I love this chest. And I'm sure you guys can tell why. Because I mine all the coal ore that I see. There's a lot of coal, man. The majority of that was without fortune as well. Let me turn back on normal mode. And let's actually get this Bane of Arthropod sword. It's not what I wanted. I enchanted it with level 30, but I ended up getting Bane of Arthropods 4, which isn't too bad, but you know what? I would prefer sharpness. I'll deal with this eventually. So I made this little bridge here because I was quickly getting back and forth between spawn and my base. Let me get that slime though. Kinda need that because I do need a lot of slime for a future project, which is actually what I've done at the spawn. Is I've cleared out a lot of trees, as you can see, but this half slab thing, as you just saw, or just seemed to have rendered in, it's actually quite awesome. Let me kill this skeleton. I don't want to deal with all this stuff. So it's just a slime farm, basically. I'll explain how it works whenever I get around to it, because right now my world is currently still not fully explored. The caves are pretty much still dark because I've been doing a lot of strip mining as my main way of getting resources, because it is quite efficient. So yeah, I won't be showing you guys this, but we've already caught quite a bit of spiders actually. Let's knock these guys in because I don't want to deal with them. Alright, let's just kill this guy. Anyways, actually, let me mess with some settings and switch this back to smooth. Was it at smooth before? I'm just gonna assume it was at smooth because it's much better FPS. Anyways, so let's head back to where we were, which is my main base. And as you can see from the supplies in here, it seems like we're gonna build some kind of mob trap. Yeah, how could you guess that from my inventory? I'm so stupid. But yeah, we're gonna make a skeleton spawner into a XP grinder because as of now, as I've explained before, I'm just using the nether and nether quartz to actually get stuff. I did have Silk Touch for a certain amount of time, but eventually the pick broke, so don't really have anything else. I've just been using Fortune and then turning whatever I wanted to or whatever takes up my inventory space into blocks. So I think I'm going to sleep through the night, and then I'm gonna wait for some of these mobs to die off, and then we'll head over to where we are supposed to be doing the stuff. So actually, I'm just going to see. As you can see, this was from my death. It wasn't too long ago. It was about 2 hours ago that I was still playing in this world. I have this chicken farm back here. It's mainly just for. Oh, that's scary. It's mainly just for eggs. Eventually I'll turn it into a full-blown farm. There's around 34 chickens in there. Alright. Let's head out to the area. I did use an X-ray machine to find it, mainly because I needed it. First of all, I needed a dungeon. Second of all the dungeons near me were spider dungeons. And then, well, last of all, really, I find no fault with using X-ray machines. I feel they are very much kind of part of the game now, just if you're smart enough to use them. Because honestly, it's basically like wall hack. You're only finding things between walls, and it's been in the game for so long now, and they have not removed it or found a way to remove it or whatever. Maybe it's just the whole deal with the transparent blocks or something, but they haven't removed it. So I'm just gonna go along with what everybody else says, is that they've been able to remove it, but they haven't removed it, so we're guessing that they meant for it to be a feature. Or actually, it's a bug, but they don't mind it in the game, because not many people know about it. So yeah, it's right by the witch hut, which is, I don't really know how I feel about it. But, it's gonna be here. Alright, so let's get down here, and then we'll place this chest and put some of our valuables in there. I hear zombies. I hope there isn't anything down there. Do I have the sound up? I'll turn up the sound a bit. So it is a skeleton dungeon. Actually, let me show you guys what I found in it. It's quite amazing what I found in it. It's a really rare item that you don't usually find. And Venom kind of looked for it. That's the big giveaway. But first, let's look at this one. Nice. We got 2 name tags. We got 2 more records. We got some iron stuff. Not really that important. But that's decent loot, right? Come over to this chest. We have iron horse armor. I take a lot of time looking for horse armor, so this is actually good. And a saddle to go with it. And as you can see, we have a golden apple. You know what? I think I gotta make a shrine to that. Although I've seen many people are finding it more often now. Exumavoid has found it several times. Jay Sano has found it when he was looking for name tags and such. So I think it's fairly common now. I think they might have increased the rates. So it might be like the new record or something, because records used to be just about as rare as what's it called? darn, I forgot. By the way, the pick I'm using is efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, and fortune 2. Oh yeah, I just remembered. So yeah, the records weren't as rare as they are now. They're much more unrare. So you could just basically find them everywhere. Wow, okay, so yeah, I think the spawn rates for the apples were increased, and as well as the records. So now that we've got some of this mossy, I might use it to decorate, because, I might force myself to use it to decorate too, because, if you think about it, a lot of people gather the mossy, but they never use it, because it used to be a rare collectible, if you think about it. Oh my god, this water, man. This water is gonna ruin my life. Anyways, I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna have this all filled in, all of it, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this little section is pretty much waterless, and I realize I'm going to need an infinite water source, so kind of derpy, but still kind of not derpy. Anyways, I'm going to clear out a little area here for my infinite water source, and now I can fill up my buckets. So this is not going to be the regular mob trap. Let me clear out some more space here, and I'll explain some mob science to you, or at least spawner science, so we can get the most efficient use out of our farm. Alright, we're back again. I've cleared out a slight room, and let me explain some science to you guys. Mob spawner science, not living environment or earth science. Anyways, so just to simplify everything, we'll say that, we'll say, hey, these, a spawner can spawn 4 away from each thing. But in reality, they can only do a 3. Actually, let me figure this out. So to figure this out, you dig 4 away from each thing and clear out. Okay, let me explain this again. So you take the spawner, you dig 4 away from each aside, right? And then you clear out these middle sections. So you have a 9 by 9 by 3 room. It only needs to be 3 high. I've made mine 5 high, just because that's how tall the spawner dungeon room was. So the way you determine this is if you're walking on your Z coordinate, if it goes down, that's the direction that you want to have an extra. Actually, let me explain this much better. Let me try to do this a second time. So the first thing you want to do is measure 3 away from each block on your spawner. Then you check your Z coordinate, and whichever one goes down, and don't be fooled by the negatives, it always has to go down. So if it goes down, then that's a section that you add another block away from the spawner, if that makes sense. Just look at my visual thing. And then if your X coordinate goes down, that's another direction that you actually place another block. So an 8 by 8 by 3 is actually what the spawner spawns in. But just to simplify things and to make the build odd, what we're going to do is we're going to dig 4 away from each side. It doesn't really hurt us, it's just a little more water and slightly more work, which takes about 5 minutes to do. Alright, so now that we've got 4 away, we need the detection range. So the detection range is how what it does is it detects how many skeletons, zombies, or whatever of that spawner type, in this case skeletons. So let's use skeletons as an example. So let's say there's six, I think it's actually 7. If there's 7 skeletons around a 9 away from the spawners both, and I believe it's 3 down and 2 up. Anywhere in that vicinity or area, if a skeleton is in there, then the spawner, actually, if 7 skeletons are in there, the spawner will stop spawning. So the spawner has a radius of 16 blocks to where it detects a player and actually spawns whatever mob type is in there. So if I stood like exactly right next to it, it would definitely spawn. But if I were to be, well, I don't know. But if I were out of the 16 block radius, it's not a square like all the other two were. It's actually a radius, which means it's a circle, or a sphere rather. So anywhere in that sphere, the spawner will spawn if you're in there. Okay, so basically we're going to make this farm now. We're going to have to dig down, since it detects 3 down, we're going to dig down 5, just to make this much simpler for us in the long run, because what this will do is it will get these spawns out of the vicinity as fast as possible. So if the tick rate is right, and it checks that there are no mobs, then it can immediately spawn another pair, and that pair will drop down, and it's basically in a continuous cycle. So what that does, it means higher spawn rates. It means the mobs are out there faster, which means they have a higher spawn rate. The spawner actually has a higher spawn rate, or actually rather it can spawn faster. So that basically just means for us that we're going to have many more skeletons, and it'll be a faster farm in general than most conventional farms that you see. Now, this is an often disputed thing, whether or not having a drop to get the mob of choice down to 1 hit should be a drop, or if it should be a crusher. Personally, if you were to be in a space situation, you would use a crusher. But in this case, where you're down at like Y12, like enough to find diamonds, you would want to use a drop, because if you're going up 20 to 25 blocks, you're not going to be dropping them from like the surface. You're going to be dropping them from somewhere near Y level 34. So that's 20 blocks under sea level. So honestly, it's really up to preference, but I prefer drops, mainly because you don't have to remember to press the button every single time. But I was thinking, for the crusher / drop, I was thinking we should set up an eats. No, not an eats road. An EMT, which is Ethos Mob Processing, or EMPT, something like that. Ethos Mob Processing thing. Another thing, Etho, a million subscribers. Me being a hipster, I already stopped watching him for a while now, but I still do watch some of his videos. He has quite unique ideas. But, you know, I'm a hipster. It's gonna happen anyways. No, I'm not a hipster. I'm playing Minecraft after all. Anyways, so, clearing out this stuff. So yeah, I was thinking about an EMPT, or whatever he calls it. And I was thinking we could use it to mess around with the skeletons, maybe get them to shoot some creepers if we build a mob farm near here, which is another thing I want to do. I want to build a mob farm in the desert that's right next to this skeleton spawner. That is because, well, first of all, I want a record farm for, because I love the record strat, or what was it, strat, or was it, yeah, it was strat. Yeah, I love that record, but it's kind of hard to get when it's not in the dungeon. Oh, that was scary. Yeah, I've got enough redstone. I'm just gonna pile that up. Anyways, so we've got a nice little room here, and we're gonna build a... Well, actually, let's get some water buckets out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shift all the mobs to one side, which means we're gonna have to make some water currents. These will push all the mobs all the way over to here. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to funnel them all to the center of this channel that I just dug out. Let's get up here so we can get some more water. And then we'll dig this way. This is just a way to actually get the mobs up there. So we're gonna need some signs, but for now what I'm gonna do is block up the water so that we actually have a way to move around down here instead of having to bob around in water, which makes for a very inconvenient video. So now that we've got these, we're eventually going to remove all the torches up there. But let's get up to where I have all my supplies. Now that I think about it, the reason I brought snow was because I was going to color the outside. Or do I hear a baby zombie somewhere? No, he's not in there. Anyways, so I'm gonna clear coat this with snow. I'm gonna dig out all the walls and fill it in with snow, just so we could feel a little better knowing that the inside of here, even though we won't see it much, we'll feel better knowing that this is actually all done up and stuff. So I'm actually going to have to remove the water and do all that stuff, but I'll do that off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. You can hear some skeletons down there, mainly because they spawned there, and while I was digging it out, it kind of got dark. So what we're going to do now is make the lighting system before we do anything else, because I realize it's plenty more convenient than actually doing anything else. So let me check this out. Let me see. I believe I'm 3 above this, which is kind of bad. I just don't want them to shoot me off. It's fine if they shoot me when I'm on there. So get this off, and then get that bottom piece off and this piece off. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit. This is bad. This is bad news bears. Oh, God. Bad news bears. Bad news bears. Bad news bears. Ah, go away. More things are probably gonna spawn, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Oh my god. That was pretty scary. Ah, shit. Sorry about the cursing there, guys. I didn't mean for that to happen. I know most viewers don't like cursing, but I do it quite on a regular basis. Anyways, so we've got that lamp in. Oh, I gotta break the lights on the spawner eventually. I'll do it eventually. So we've got this one indented mainly just because it's going to be easier for us. So there's supposed to be a lamp here, but we'll replace that whenever we're done with this. So I'm just gonna branch out to the corners, because all I do need is the center and the corners. The rest is pretty much done by the redstone lamps. It's very simple. In fact, way more simple than it needs to be. It should be harder. Anyways, so we've got this redstone, and here it is. It's pretty much all lit up. But I should really move this ladder around, or just completely close it off for now. Just until we're done with this, because I'm sure we have enough supplies to finish this off. So let's come back down here, and this needs to be a lamp. So now this all top part is lit up enough to where nothing will spawn up there. Let's get rid of that guy, and let's get rid of this snow. Alright. So we need to determine a spot where these guys will actually land. I was thinking behind the spawner, and it will take it all the way up and drop it. But I actually have no idea what I want to do now. As of that. So yeah, I'm gonna dig out a bit of a room there. Give me a second. I'll come back to you. It'll be like a second for you and a few minutes for me. Alright, so we're back. I gotta stop pressing F12, which is what my default recording button is. I kept on pressing, see, my F9 is my pause, and when I pause it, I press F9, and then when I try to record, I press the other one. Forgot what it was called. F12, right? So whenever I come back from a while, actually this is not safe. I have to add some more lamps down there, or up there. So while we do that, let's talk. So I moved the stuff from over there all the way back, just so, or all the way over here rather, just so we have, just, you know, less room we have to manage with. So I'm just going to, even though this covers a vast majority of it, I'm just going to get those out and place a lamp there, because I'm sure that will work. Okay, so we put that stuff back. We got the water, we need that stuff. Hey buddy, you wanna back off? Damn buddy. Don't have to be that way. Gosh. Don't have to be mean about it though. Actually, let's fill that hole back up. Anyway, so I have a design choice. Oh my god. What is the problem? Is this just too high, or you know what? I'm gonna kill this guy, and then I'm gonna fix this thing up. Alright? So I'm gonna put back these torches for a while, and then I'm going to eat some pork chops, place some lamps, and get this stuff done. Right, so that's gonna make it really dark. I have to go up there now. Darn. This is really going off track. So I have a theme that I've decided on. I need redstone. Back when I played on servers, like a lot, like repeatedly, like SMP just really changed everything. Like my SSP became SMP, or my SMP became SSP, whatever. Yeah, so I was playing a lot of this game, even back then. Not really back then. I mean, what would you call it back then? Let's get this back. Let's go back down here and go on the other side to light those up. Anyways, so we're gonna make it drop, and basically we have to dig up 22 blocks from our 18 threshold, which is just the level of that drop over there. I'll show you in a second. This is a setback. Alright, let's get rid of that one. Okay, so let's get back down here. Get rid of these. And return the staircase to as it once was. So if I remove these torches, it should be perfectly fine now. Nothing should spawn. Unless I turn that off, of course. So I'm just gonna patch that up. So this one here is level 18. Why level 18? So what we need to do is, let me see, add 22 to that. So we need to get our feet on level 30 so we can start working on this. So what I'm going to do is measure the distance from this to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So we need 5 over 18 across. So we're actually going to dig up here to level 30. Don't make sad about it. You know what I like? I'm gonna talk about music I like right now. I really am liking Justin Timberlake, and I just can't wait for his next album. Huh. I'm just going to assume this is good. So we need to go 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 18 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So let's try to go down here. Hopefully it's not too annoying. I'm gonna put that block there just in case if there are mobs. I could deal with them. Do I hear a skeleton? Seriously? Oh, it's 1 over, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, scared the hell out of me. Oh, god damn it. Why is this not working? Scared the hell out of me for some reason. Anyways, let's get these here. Actually, I need to eat some food. See, what the hell is it about these things that they're spawning everywhere? Am I just not providing enough light over here? I think that's it. I'll be right back, and I'll just add more lights. Sigh. Alright, so we have those lights installed. Hopefully they don't come down and rain massacre on me. There's already, let's see, 5 plus 6, there's 11 lights there, so honestly it's gonna get very annoying if anything happens. So what we're gonna do is the water comes down to here, so we need to go down 1 more, unfortunately. Actually, let me test that theory. Yep, that works. Anyways, let's get this water. And then the water stops here, so we'll have a sign here. And now it's just alternating water, which is going to be a pain, so I'll do it myself. Yeah. Oh crap, now that I think about it, 18 plus 22 is 40. So I'm actually gonna have to do a little more digging. So I'll actually see you guys when I'm done with all of that and have the channels done. Alright guys, I'm done with the tunnel. It took quite a while of just math and stuff. Even then I had to move this over. Anyways, since we have all that done now, we're gonna do a bit of a test run. Fill in the rest of this stuff down here. And get some more water. We're basically just going to go for a test run. It's nothing that great. This is just going to help me figure out whether or not they're actually one-hit kills. This will go away once I take away that cobblestone. And there's a slight problem. I want you guys to see into here, but there's no way I could do that without making it harder for you to see. And well, I have to pretty much cover a majority of this just so you can actually see it. Which is quite weird, but that's the way it happens to be. Actually, let's keep that on for now. Let's hope nothing spawned. Oh, something did spawn. Gotta cover this. Do it. So they're gonna fall down there, and if they die, then that means that our farm is no good, and we have to lower the drop a few or something. So let's go to Oakwood, and then we'll make some slabs. So we only need a few. These are going to be temporary, but they're just going to be a way that you can see in, but they can't see out. And also going to be a way for you to realize what's going on in there. I think this should work. And if I turn off the power going to the lanterns, yeah, they can't see us. Actually, no, they can see us. Let's see if this guy's one hit. Well, I don't think you can actually make it one hit anymore. I think it's always got to be a full 2 hits. But as you can see, it's spawning pretty fast, which is what we want. We're going to be AFK about back here, because we don't want skeletons to be shooting at us, because I do believe they could still see through that gap. Let's get this out of the way. Still using some iron tools like swords and axes, but that's just because I don't use that stuff that much. Let's actually turn off the farm now. I'm gonna seal this off, because we really don't need to go back up to the surface that way. Huh. Are you guys oh, they're shooting at me. That's bad. Oh, yep, they're dying. So 2 hit, it seems, is the best I can get them to. Which is fine with me. 2 hit is fine. Because I'm mainly going to be using splash health potions. Anyways, so that's about it. Actually, let me check something. Actually, I don't have a piston or anything, so I'll try that next episode. So the episode is getting pretty long. We've done a decent amount of progress in this episode. So I'm gonna come back to you guys in part 2, which might be in a couple days, and we'll finish off this farm, and we'll get everything rolling. We'll get EXP and get better tools. But until then, I'll see you guys for another episode.